Hello, I'm Heather Horton, and this is my video reflection assignment. After reading the prompt about articulation and speech as children grow older and how they're affected in good ways and bad, I have come to think about when reading my peers' discussion answers, we seem to think very similar. As the children grow older, they can become bullied, most likely are bullied. They're not supported by their peers in their classrooms. They're not many of them anyway. They aren't given the chance to express themselves correctly the best way that they know how. They become insecure. They don't want to read out loud if that is what the teacher needs from them, because they have been made fun of, or they don't want to be made fun of. They tend to not want to speak out loud because they don't want to be made fun of, and they also get very easily frustrated when people can't understand them. I, as an adult, have only known one person that had a lisp, and I guess over the years he had been bullied maybe so much or made fun of that it just became something he got used to, which was sad. But he got to a point where he could laugh about it himself, because I guess his friends made a joke about it, he would make a joke about it, so it just became something he could laugh about himself. He tried his best not to make it an insecurity for himself. Many children are not like that, or not able to get past it, and they struggle, and they just become very quiet, antisocial children or people as they grow older and become an adult. As for me, this past year, I was a kindergarten through second grade resource teacher. I had a first grade child that was extremely hard to understand. His parents had him in speech since he was young. He had many service hours on his IEP that the speech teacher would do. He would have communication. He would have articulation. And it was still very hard for him to understand. When I first started servicing him, I couldn't understand him. I would have to have him repeat himself multiple times for me to be able to understand. Sometimes I would just have to shake my head and pretend like I did understand, because I didn't want to continue to hurt his feelings. I could tell he was getting frustrated with me, and I just did not want to continue to hurt his feelings. The children in his classroom, specifically one little girl, was able to tell you what he had said. And this was only because she had been with him since pre-K. Now, this specific little girl is now becoming a crutch for him, because they want to keep them together as they grow older. That's not going to always be the case. This child might move away. He's not always going to have this little girl to be able to help communicate for him. Even though that would be a great thought, he's not going to have that. So at some point, we're going to have to, as teachers and as adults and parents, show him the correct way of expressing himself, even though it's very hard for him to express himself verbally. I know for myself, when I was working with him on his blending, if he would say the sound not the correct way, I would do my best to try to stop him and show him what his mouth should look like, and correct him as he said it. As he grows older, I pray that he does not see the bullying aspect of his speech become a problem. But as severe as his speech is, it's a very possible chance. Currently, right now, he's not made fun of because his peers are used to it. And I hope that is a continuation as he gets older. It's an acceptance of him and his personality. But like I said, this is not always the case for some. As children get older, it becomes an issue, and I hope that there could be more resources and support for children with speech of that nature.